Hi guys, how we doing? It's Greg from the YouTube channel Growing Older Gratefully. Hope everybody's having a great night. It's Wednesday, November 1st, a little bit after 9 p.m. Central Time here in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Just wanted to check in and let everybody know how I'm doing today. Last video blog I did was Monday. Since then, yesterday, Tuesday, got a little bit of exercise in. Took it a little bit easy because Monday was a hard therapy, and but you definitely want to keep moving. So yesterday took it a little bit easy. Today, Wednesday, another therapy appointment. My therapist, as usual, she did not disappoint, and we worked pretty hard. And the thing with that, what I will say to everybody who's recovering is one thing with your therapy. And today, what I did tonight was I actually jumped online to a couple of different sites to kind of see, which I recommend being a good idea is. And you want at least more than one source, but I got it on 2 different sites just to see where I should be after a hip replacement. And before I did that, I also looked at it like, regardless of what either one of these websites are going to say, I didn't want to be disappointed. I clearly did not want to bring myself down by thinking, oh gosh, I should be further along, or how come I'm not at this level, and this site says I should be here and I'm not. So that I will warn everybody that as you're doing research on where you should be at a certain juncture after your surgery, don't let it discourage you, don't let it depress you in any way or bring you down in any way whatsoever. Now, having said that, when I did jump on these 2 sites, I am at about the 2.5 mark. Friday will be 3 weeks since surgery. When I was looking at the 3 to 6 week of where I should be, everything's looking pretty good. A lot of therapy that I've had so far, and then therapy on my own, I'm a lot stronger than obviously a week ago. I'm a lot stronger than 2 weeks ago, a lot stronger than the 2.5 weeks ago at the surgery point. So that I'm very happy. It seems like I'm doing quite well. The one thing I will say, when I did look at that, and one thing that I discovered that I thought was pretty important, and I'd come to find out it was on both sites, that really I remember from the doctor telling me, my surgeon, when we right before surgery, was, hey, right after the surgery, you pretty much get up, you start moving, you start walking. And a lot of times you hear that and you're thinking, oh gosh, yeah, right. But really, even with these 2 sites I was looking at, they both said that, oh yeah, right from the beginning you're going to start walking. And then really at my point, at about the 3 week mark, I should be at where I can do about 5-10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day. I'm at that level. So I feel pretty good about that. Very shortly, I'm going to be moving it up to where I need to be, where I can do, 10 to 20, the next week or 2. Then ultimately, and that'll be 2, 3, 4 times, a day. But then obviously, ultimately, you're looking to even increase that further. But the one thing that is kind of funny with that is I was also thinking, as I've been walking more and more, and I thought, well, I've been walking a lot without my cane, but of course in my hand, just holding it. And I thought, well, gee, really, at what point do I really kind of need to get rid of that I don't want that to become a crutch? And it's kind of ironic that both articles said I'm at that stage where I shouldn't really need the cane anymore. So I thought to myself, well, in the last couple of days of me walking and moving around, I don't feel I need the cane, but just up here, something is telling me, oh gosh, just for your balance, and I know the surgeon, even said, be careful, especially early on, the 6-8 week mark, and you definitely don't want to fall. Even my therapist, oh, be careful, and you'll want the cane. It's more for a balance thing, and with that, I get it. So I thought, and I have been pretty diligent. I always have my cane with me, even if I'm not necessarily using it. But today, when I was looking and I saw that at a certain point, I kind of want to, maybe don't always have that cane with me, because it's pretty much time to give up, that crutch that I have. And I think the next few days, I think what I'm going to do is kind of wean myself off. It'll kind of be like Linus and Charlie Brown with the blanket. I've got to give that up, because I noticed that I'm walking around with it. I was out and about today. I had it with me, and not necessarily that I was even using it, but I kind of just had it. And I definitely don't want to continue going forward using that. Now I realize, of course, now keep in mind I do have a little bit over 4 weeks to my next surgery. So within the next week or so, I want to get it where I'm very comfortable without the cane. But I also realize that, a little over 4 weeks, I'm going to be right back to the cane. It's just going to be more balancing me on the other side when I have my right hip done. But I think what I want to do is I don't want to continue to use that cane for these a little over 4 weeks, and then continue obviously again after that. So that I am going to be mindful. But today, guys, I'm doing very well. I think a lot of things, and I would never want to tell somebody don't do something or do something. But for me, I believe a lot of my recovery has been the fact that other than Tylenol, other than ibuprofen, I've stayed away from the hard meds. That's a choice everybody has to make. I made that choice that I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't, you just hear too many bad things about it, but I also left the option open that if I felt I was in enough pain, I was going to use them. I've been fortunate so far that I haven't had to. So that I'm blessed with. But if I need them, I clearly would use them. I wouldn't frown on somebody who says, you know what, Greg, you're different. That's your opinion. I needed them, and I'm going to take them. That's fine. Do what you have to do, because the whole idea is to recover. I think talking with my therapist today, she was alluding to that, and she said she believed that the fact that I was able to, right from the start, kind of get up, and I wasn't so heavily medicated, that maybe that's helped my recovery process end up coming at me a little bit quicker than maybe it would have or should have. So I feel pretty good about all of that. Tomorrow, I think what I'm going to do today, it's one of those things that in therapy, the other thing that I will say, that do not get discouraged, because what happens is, like today, I thought, I got this licked, but in therapy, a good therapist, and I have a good one, he or she, they're always going to throw a few wrinkles at you. So I'm kind of laughing at when you think you got it all figured out, and you come in there and say, hey, Hannah, what do we got going on today? And you think, she's going to throw these same exercises at me, and I got this. Well, like I said, she's a good one. And what she does, she always throws some wrinkle. She'll throw a wrinkle into the exercise itself, or the wrinkle to the actual session itself, as she's throwing a new exercise or 2 or 3 into the mix. That it's something that is a part of the the muscles that I haven't been using. So then when I'm done, like I will tell you now, being a little bit after 9 o'clock, I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty sore. Being 2.5 weeks into it, I know that this is par for the course. This is normal. So I'm not freaked out in any way about that. So that is not something that should scare you. And also don't let that play into your psyche, thinking, well, maybe I'm not doing as well as I can because now 2.5 weeks of, therapy, or, really it's about 2 weeks, but 2 weeks of therapy, I think I'd be further along. Actually, you are, you just don't know it. Because really, a good therapist, with them, like I said, throwing in the wrinkles, them throwing in, even if it's the same exercise, it's more weight, it's more resistance of some kind, you are getting stronger, you just don't feel like you are. But hang in there, you definitely are. So with that, guys, really that's about all I have tonight. I just wanted to check in and let everybody know that I'm doing fine. Tomorrow I'm going to see how I feel. If I'm feeling very good, I'll probably have a pretty stern workout on my own. If I'm not afraid of just kind of just stretching, loosening up things, and maybe getting a little bit of exercise in. Knowing full well that Friday I have another therapy session, and like I said, I'm to the point I'm looking forward to. I'm going to get challenged, and that's a good thing. So with that, I'm going to let everybody go. I hope everybody is going to have a good rest of the night. I'm going to try to do so as well, and I will talk at you guys Friday.